Welcome to the Alcohol Reset, the podcast that helps you reset your habits, health, and relationship with alcohol without judgment or extremes. If you're looking to cut back, take a break, or just understand how drinking can affect your body and mind, you're in the right place. Each episode brings you science-backed insights on neuroscience, nutrition, and habit change to help you feel better, sleep deeper, and take control on your terms. I'm Mike Hardenbrook, best-selling author, neuroscience enthusiast, and habit change expert. I've helped thousands through my book and podcast to rethink their drinking, and now I'm here to help you do the same. Let's get started. I've had a couple of drinks, you feel totally fine, and then out of nowhere, bam, it just hits you like a ton of bricks. That's what we're going to dig into today, pulling back the curtain on why that happens. And a lot of it comes down to something called the 20-minute rule. Now, look, this isn't about preaching or telling you to skip the fun altogether. It's more like, think of it like getting a better owner's manual for your own body, right? So you can make those smarter choices, whether you're hanging with friends or just curious about what happens when you have a drink. This knowledge can help you avoid that out of nowhere whoa moment and just feel more in control. We're going to break down how alcohol messes with your system so you can navigate things a little smoother. Big thing to remember right off the bat, alcohol doesn't hit you instantly. There's this crucial 20-minute window we got to keep in mind. All right, so let's dive into how this whole thing works. When you took a sip, right, that alcohol doesn't just teleport to your brain. It's got to take a little trip. First, stop your stomach and intestines. That's where it starts to get absorbed into your bloodstream. Now, this isn't like flipping a switch either. It takes, about 5 to 10 minutes of the alcohol to even get into your blood. But here's the curveball. It can take up to 20 minutes before you really start feeling it. That's because your body needs a sec to process it before it makes its way up to the command center, your brain. That's where it really messes with how you feel. It's not like instant coffee. It's got a little lag time. And that brings us to the big why behind this whole delay. Why doesn't it just knock you on your butt right away? Well, the answer is all in your head, literally. The feeling of relax and even that little mood boost you get from drinking. It all comes down to how alcohol messes with different chemicals in your brain. For example, alcohol cranks up the volume on something called GABA. Think of GABA like your brain's natural chill pill. When alcohol boosts GABA activity, it kind of smooths things out and makes you feel more relaxed, a little less uptight. But wait, there's more. Alcohol also triggers the release of something called dopamine. Dopamine is often called the feel-good chemical. It's a big part of your brain's reward system, and that's why having a drink can feel good, sometimes even a little rewarding. Now here's the catch. These chemical changes in your brain, they don't happen overnight or in a snap. It takes time for the alcohol to do its rounds and start messing with these neurotransmitters. And because these changes are a bit slow, the effects aren't immediate, which can be kind of sneaky. This whole delay thing, it can set you up for some tricky situations. Think about it. You have a drink. Don't feel any different right away. What do? You might think, well, that didn't do much. Let's have another. But because of that 20-minute lag, you could be adding more alcohol to the mix before your body's even processed the first round. This is where things can get a little out of hand. If you're drinking too fast, you could end up way more intoxicated than you planned, and it can kind of sneak up on you. This is especially important to keep in mind if you're going to be driving or doing anything where you need to be sharp and focused. Now, there's another key player in all of this, your liver. Your liver is like your body's cleanup crew for alcohol. It's the one breaking it down so your body can eventually flush it out. But here's the thing. Your liver can only handle so much alcohol per hour. It's like one standard drink an hour. That's all it can really keep up with. So if you're drinking faster than your liver can clean up, that alcohol is going to build up in your bloodstream. It'll keep circulating and affecting your brain. So even if you stop drinking because your liver's working overtime, you might feel all right at first. But those effects can actually get stronger about 20 minutes later. It's like a delayed reaction as more of that unprocessed alcohol hits your bloodstream and reaches your brain. It's like your liver's processing speed is dictating how things unfold. And when you combine that delay with drinking too quickly, that's when you start seeing some real problems. Drinking too fast, it dramatically increases the risk of what's called binge drinking, which is basically downing a lot of alcohol in a short amount of time. Binge drinking, it's no joke. It can lead to some serious problems. Immediate dangers like alcohol poisoning accidents and even long-term health issues down the road. Plus chugging alcohol, it really throws a wrench in your thinking abilities. It messes with your decision-making, your coordination, even your memory. This is a big reason why drinking too fast can make accidents and risky behavior way more likely. Your judgment's impaired before you even realize how much that alcohol's got a hold of you. All right, so we've got this 20-minute rule, the delay between taking a drink and feeling the full effects. But the real question is, How can we use this info to our advantage and be more responsible when we're drinking? Well, the first and most important thing is pace yourself. Try to make a conscious effort to wait at least 20 minutes after you finish a drink before going for another. This gives your body that much needed time to process what's already in your system. And it lets you actually gauge how you're feeling before you pour another one. It's all about giving your body a chance to catch up. Another helpful tip that people often forget is stay hydrated. Make it a habit to drink water between your alcoholic drinks. This not only helps you manage how much alcohol you're taking in, but it can also make that hangover the next day a little less brutal. Plus, don't underestimate the power of food. Eating something before and while you're drinking can really slow down how fast that alcohol gets absorbed into your bloodstream. This means the effects will come on more gradually and less intensely, which helps you stay in control and aware of how you're feeling. And finally, it's always a good idea to keep tabs on how much you're actually drinking. Tracking your consumption helps you stay within those moderate limits, which, as a general rule of thumb, is usually no more than 1 standard drink a day for women and 2 for men. But at the end of the day, knowing your own limits, that's the real key. So to wrap things up, the big takeaway here is understanding this 20-minute rule that really puts you in the driver's seat when it comes to drinking. It's a simple but powerful idea. Alcohol's effects, they're delayed, and drinking too fast before you feel those effects can lead to some real risks. They're totally avoidable with a little bit of awareness. Here's something to really chew on. Think about how this 20-minute window might just change how you approach enjoying a drink altogether. If we can become more aware of this little lag time and how our bodies process alcohol, it makes you wonder what other subtle signs our bodies are giving us in other parts of our lives. Or maybe a little patience and attention could actually lead to much better outcomes down the road. It's not just about the drinks. It's about getting more in tune with how our bodies work. That's a wrap for today's episode. If you got something out of this, do me a quick favor, leave a rating and review on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. It helps keep the show going and would mean the world to me. Got ideas, comments, or questions? Shoot me an email at mike@trycloud9.com. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking for extra support, check out Cloud9, makers of Daily Restore, a once-a-day supplement to support your body from alcohol's effects, and Rise and Unwind AM/PM, a 24-hour combo to curb cravings, balance mood, and improve sleep when taking a break. Go to trycloud9.com and use the code PODCAST to save 15% on your next order. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.